There's a Prada store on the side of a Texas highway. No mall, no parking lot, no other buildings for miles in any direction. Just cactus, dust, and a Prada store with the lights on. Welcome to Texas. Number 8, Marfa, Texas. Population, 1,800. The nearest Starbucks is 4 hours away. The nearest Prada is in the window. In 2005, 2 Scandinavian artists built a fully stocked Prada store on Highway 90. Real merchandise, genuine bags and shoes, personally selected by Miuccia Prada herself. The building was designed to never be repaired, just slowly crumble back into the desert. It was vandalized on opening night. Thieves got away with 6 handbags and 14 right-footed shoes. That should have been the end of Marfa. Instead, it became one of the strangest art towns in America. In 1971, a New York minimalist named Donald Judd drove through, looked at the emptiness, and thought, perfect. He bought a decommissioned army base and started filling it with art. Then the galleries, then the boutique hotels, then the journalists. The Prada store isn't even the strangest thing about Marfa. 9 miles east of town, on any given night, lights appear in the desert. They bob, they split, they disappear. They've been doing this since 1883, when a cowhand named Robert Ellison first reported them riding through Paisano Pass. That was 16 years before the first car arrived in Texas. Nobody has ever explained them. Not university researchers, not aerospace engineers, not 16 years of automatic infrared cameras. Marfa built a viewing platform, put up restrooms, added lighting. The lights kept doing whatever they want, still do. Something else. Number 7, Uncertain, Texas. Population 85. That is the actual name of the town. Someone wrote uncertain on the incorporation papers in 1961 as a placeholder. The post office accepted it. Nobody changed it. 60 years later, the city council still meets in Uncertain. The mayor still governs Uncertain. Over half the housing units are vacant, which, for a place called Uncertain, tracks. Caddo Lake doesn't help. 25,000 acres of cypress swamp, Spanish moss, and alligators. Bald cypress trees rising out of black water, some of them 400 years old. Fog in the mornings. Locals have reported a creature in the water, 20 feet long. Nobody's gone looking. No grocery store, no gas station. Nearest town, 17 miles. The cypress trees are still there. The alligators are still there. The creature, uncertain. Number 6, Luckenbach, Texas. 3 people live here. Hundreds of thousands visit every year. The post office closed in 1971. The town was purchased in 1970 for $30,000 by a rancher named Hondo Crouch, who declared himself mayor and appointed a minister of foreign relations. By the 1960s, it was practically a ghost town. Then Waylon Jennings released Luckenbach, Texas in 1977. Number 1, 6 weeks. A town with no zip code became the subject of a country anthem heard by millions. Today, on any given weekend, the dance hall is packed. Someone is always playing guitar under the pecan trees. 3 people live there permanently, and they are outnumbered before noon on Saturday. No mayor since Hondo Crouch died in 1976. What it has is a sign that reads Population 3 and a parking lot that fills up faster than Austin. And there's one more before we get to number 1, the one where the ground is literally disappearing. Number 5, Cut and Shoot, Texas. That is a real city. It has a mayor. A young boy named it in 1912. During a dispute at the local church over who was allowed to preach, the boy declared, "I'm going to cut around the corner and shoot through the bushes in a minute." Nobody got cut. Nobody got shot. The name stuck anyway. Through 2 world wars, the moon landing, and at least 4 recessions. In 1958, local heavyweight Roy Harris fought Floyd Patterson for the world title. So much fan mail arrived addressed to Roy Harris, Cut and Shoot, Texas, that the U.S. Postal Service finally put the town on the map. A child's threat, a boxing match. That's how you get a post office. Cut and Shoot has been a city since 2006. The mayor has not been arrested, yet. Number 4, Gun Barrel City, Texas. Motto, "We shoot straight with you." Named after Gun Barrel Lane, a road so straight it was compared to a gun barrel. The motto is on official city documents. The unofficial mascot was once Yosemite Sam. In the early 2000s, the mayor resigned after being arrested for public intoxication. New mayor, name kept. Every year there's a community festival. A banner reads, "Welcome to Gun Barrel City." Children pose for photos underneath it. Parents find this normal. Apparently, nobody thought the name was the problem. Number 3. Wink, Texas. Population 915. The ground is disappearing. Wink Sink number 1 collapsed in 1980, over a football field across, 100 feet deep. Wink Sink number 2 appeared in 2002, measuring 900 feet at its widest point. A 2016 SMU study found the ground between them is actively sinking. Geologists say a third is coming. Residents were asked if they plan to move. Most said no. The sinkholes are caused by collapsing underground salt formations, accelerated by decades of oil extraction. Wink was built on oil. It's being undone by it. It's also the childhood home of Roy Orbison. He moved there in 1946, age 10. He described life in Wink as football, oil fields, oil, grease, and sand. He left as soon as he could. There is a Roy Orbison museum in town, one room, open by appointment. The sinkholes are a mile away. The museum does not mention them. Temperatures above 110 degrees every summer. The ground is sinking. The population is shrinking. The museum is open by appointment. Not great. And the last two, you won't forget either of them. Number 2, Aurora, Texas. Population 1,400. There is an alien buried in the cemetery. On April 17, 1897, a cigar-shaped airship crashed into a windmill just outside Aurora, 45 miles northwest of Fort Worth. The pilot did not survive. Locals described him as not of this world. He was buried with Christian rites in the Aurora Cemetery. A grave marker was placed. The marker has since disappeared. Here is what actually happened. Aurora had been dying for years. Spotted fever in 1888 emptied half the town. The railroad bypassed them in 1891. So, a local cotton buyer named S.E. Hayden wrote a story for the Dallas Morning News about a crashed spaceship. In 1980, an 86-year-old resident told Time magazine Hayden had fabricated the entire thing, meant it as a joke to bring interest to Aurora. It worked. The town is still here. The alien's name, according to locals, is Ned. The grave has been investigated by MUFON, the History Channel, and UFO hunters. In 2008, researchers unsealed the old well where the wreckage was dumped and found water with unusually high aluminum content. Inconclusive. The grave marker is gone. The plaque remains. The alien, if there ever was one, is still in the ground. Or isn't. Either way, nobody's allowed to check. Number 1. Terlingua, Texas. Population 78. 10,000 visitors every November. Terlingua was a mercury mining boomtown. By 1915, over 2,000 residents, a hotel, a company store, a theater, a school. The Chiesso's mining company went bankrupt in 1942. The town emptied. Crumbling adobe buildings, an abandoned mansion, a cemetery with graves dating to 1903. Every year on the first Saturday of November, over 10,000 people descend on Terlingua for 2 competing chili cook-offs, both claiming to be the original, both founded in 1967, neither willing to merge. Co-founded by Carroll Shelby. That Carroll Shelby, who built the Shelby Cobra, owned a 220,000-acre ranch nearby and apparently had strong opinions about chili. 10,000 people, 78 residents. The math does not work, and nobody cares. The rest of the year, Terlingua is quiet. The old movie house serves dinner. The cemetery is still in use. People live inside the ruins. Buildings abandoned for 40 years, converted into homes. No traffic lights, no grocery store, cell service. Extremely spotty. Their words. 78 people chose this deliberately. A collapsed mining town in the Chihuahuan Desert, 3 hours from anywhere.